Block Party Podcast coming at you. Adam, joined with my guy Ryan, aka Wolf.
What up?
Just had dinner, and then the evening with a nice, refreshing mango cut water.
Mm,
Still working on that sponsorship deal. Hopefully, that'll come at some point.
need it. Cut water. Holla.
Um, do you realize that in a week's time, from today, mind you, the Saints, the vets, and the rookies will be reporting training camp.
What?
Training camp,
I
bro.
thought I thought the rookies report first.
No, like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they both report the same day. Same day.
Mhm.
Um,
Ah,
and everything for the 2025 Saint season will be put into like hyperdrive,
yeah.
full full steam ahead. Um, so this episode we have two main topics that we'll discuss. And there's some little intricacies that will, before we get into them. But the two main topics that we're going to discuss are speaking of training camp and being that it's literally on the horizon, to me, the biggest storyline that the Saints face right now, unlike any other team, is the whole ordeal regarding essentially the standoff that 30 other second round picks in the NFL have with their organizations uh,
Yep.
in regards to the guaranteed contracts for second round players. It has, bro, it was on my radar a month and a half ago.
Yep.
It's we're now seeing it with like the Chargers report. Like they started training camp the earliest, and so we already are seeing it with Trey Harris of the Chargers. Like he's a
Yep.
holdout. He's a holdout.
Hold out. He is holding out.
He's holding out. And so to me, it's a big story because unlike any other team, the Saints drafted a quarterback in the second round.
Right. There's a distinction there.
Quarterback in the second round who was in a quarterback battle. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So that's one of the topic. That's our big topic. And then the second topic, um, that came from yesterday's news. Garrett Wilson signed a contract extension with the New York Jets. Uh, that funny money got revealed today.
Yep.
He's not making 32.5 million per season. I think you said in the Discord what it was
About
25?
25. About
25?
25 a year.
Still great money. But then after that contract got announced yesterday, then it became this
Oh.
whole. We'll get into it. I'm try to save it. We'll try to lead up to it. The whole discourse
Mm,
about Chris Olave. We already talked. I already talked my propaganda that I'm not buying about Chris Olave.
not buying it.
Um, someone said I think it get done before camp regarding Tyler Shough. Kellen seems eager to make sure he's straight. Maybe he wants
Maybe.
a guaranteed contract. It's like we'll get into that. We kind of start with these assumptions. Like that's an assumption. Like yes, like I'm sure he wants like is Kellen going to go to Mickey and tell Mickey like, hey, I want him to be fully invested in this quarterback competition. So I need you to make sure because this is a whole standoff that not only like you have to realize how this affects. This is not to the degree of like the Lamar situation and the whole collusion
No.
thing because our two players have already signed those contracts with um Jayden Higgins of the Texans and Carson Schwarzenegger of the Browns. So there's 30 other players or teams who are kind of like trying to like hold the line or what have you. So there's going to be movement. It's really the question of like how soon is the movement going to come? and how much time is a player going to miss. And that's why it's important for Tyler Shough, because he's in the quarterback battle. That's neither here nor there. I mean, it's really here because it's really important, because every snap that he misses potentially in training camp is vital if he misses time at all. Just something I wanted to get off my chest a little bit, because I did very briefly get into it with the fantasy football Cognoscente this past weekend.
Top 5 worst people.
Awful Wolf. News comes out, Quinshon Judkins, speaking of second round picks, gets arrested for a domestic violence incident against partner, girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, what have you. And I don't even know his name. Drew something. Makes a tweet about the funny thing, the tweet was very obvious of what the tweet was in reference towards. Bro, we've been in the football game. I just pulled up one of my favorite deep cut Wolf tweets about Riley Cooper from 2013. Nigga, this is how long we've been in the football game.
Social media is crazy.
So you're not gonna sneak something football-ish by me and not think I know what it meant. It was clearly in regards to it was like, I'm getting a lot of questions regarding Quinshon Judkins. What do you think the questions are about? What do you think the questions are about? Is it about the welfare of the person that got hurt during the incident?
Hell no.
Oh, that's the fucking point I was making with my tweet. All I said was, and this is what I meant when I said if I ever went back and wrote a doctorate, I would talk about how fandom is fandom is in essence being fandom, sports fandom, fantasy football, all that. It's being in an abusive relationship, and is also being in a cult. Because where did we as a society, a person, a woman, and it the talkback was well, we don't know what really happened. It was alleged. These were the responses I got, Ryan. It was alleged. His third point was it's my I'm a fantasy football reporter. It's my job. That's the point.
You didn't knock your mic out. You knocked your mic out, bro.
Ram me hot, Wolf. Ram me hot. Knock my goddamn mic out. It's about being responsible, and if that's what your job is, then you have to be responsible about how you're reporting it. And shout out to my dude Jake. Jake was like, damn. Jake texted me yesterday. He's like, damn, I don't think you done scared him straight. I've been watching his tweets. He done start reporting this really more respectfully. That's great. That's the point I'm making, is that when you're reporting on a situation like this, where do we get as a society where the person that got hurt in this situation doesn't matter? And also, players aren't even viewed as players anymore. They're viewed as simply, what can you do for me? How are you helping my wallet? That's it. And once you're a
fantasy team of all things.
Fantasy bro.
Hey, bro. We saw it firsthand, bro, with the whole Saints flirtation, not even flirtation, attempted wooing of Deshaun Watson. We saw it firsthand. People was like, shit, 22? I don't care. 22, 30, 40? I don't care how many victims.
Can he win?
I need a quarterback.
Can he win?
Can he throw? It's like you said, bro. It's It turns like people into cultists, sociopaths. It's like we just throw all reasoning, all rationality.
Where did our humanity go? Like that whole interaction, and then I had people come in my mentions. Everyone had either fantasy in their username or FF in their username.
FF all in there. FF all in there. She don't want you, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I wish
so you
the
think I'm
abuse
just caping? Like, you think I'm just caping?
I wish the abuse would have happened to you.
Like we just caping just to get like, I don't know, like conscientious points or something. I don't what?
Maybe because it's been a decade and I've seen what true abuse, abuse.
Okay. Yeah, like actually deal with victims. Like, have you dealt with the actual victim? Like,
oh well, that was Drew's
not you,
point. He was like,
yeah,
he was like, oh, I volunteer. Oh, do you? Because if so, then you doing a really shitty job of representing them, buddy.
Right.
But let me stop. It just goes into like a whole bigger conversation of just I don't know where our humanity is going, bro. I don't know where it's going, Wolf.
Hey, just turn on the news, bro. You got an alligator Alcatraz. It's like what Marvel universe am I living in? Like what? Like what is going on, man?
A little spoiler alert. It's funny. We as a family we went and watched Superman. Well, me and my daughter went and watched it on Friday. And surprisingly, like my daughter like loved it so like I really enjoyed it, but like she like really loved it. She was like,
really,
yeah. She was like, I want to go see it again, and like let's take Jay. And I was like, all right. So we went, we ran it back on Saturday, and we took her. And Jay was just like, I liked it, but you know, I like going to the movies to like escape reality, and like so much of that movie was very like it really hit close to home. And the thing that sucks is like, man, they ain't no Superman flying around coming.
Ain't nobody intervening, none of that.
No, Wayne. There's no. I mean, there's pretty much there's no true spoilers, but that was it.
No spoilers.
Yeah. What else? Anything? We didn't hit on this on the last episode, and that was my fault. I meant to bring this up and I didn't. The Cam Jordan video.
Which one? Not the bus, huh?
I rarely delete tweets. Like I rarely ever delete tweets. But they were teasing the potential like alternate jerseys today in the Cam Jordan video, and someone's like, "Oh, Cam getting what he want. Like he's looking in the bag, getting what he wanted."
I retweeted.
I felt bad, bruh. I had to delete it, bruh. I was like, "Oh, white women." Oh, I was like, "Oh, let me delete this shit, bro." I don't know. He be peeking on my social media. I don't know.
He do.
Well, he's blocked. He got blocked. I forgot what he was caping for on what show. That was my final straw, bro. No, but like I don't know. It might not be him. It could have been someone else. I'm just saying. I just wanted to keep. Just deleted that, bro. I rarely ever delete tweets, but I deleted that one. No, I meant like the workout Cam Jordan video. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, what is there to say? Like, I was just like, man, who put that out? Like, I hope he didn't put that out. If you got to go back, like, he had to come out and like explain the video after the fact, like. Y'all don't understand. This was my pre-workout before the workout. I don't think I ever seen that. Like, be like, bro, like, man, I wasn't going full speed yet. I was just getting warmed up.
Man,
you would, bro. That's just how you look. You running after, I don't know, Kyler Murray.
Man, That's the if you accidentally bust too soon excuse.
I mean, he was throwing it back like that shit.
Girl, I told you to stop. Goddamn.
I want you not to do that move. Don't that move my weakness, bro. I tried.
Give me about an hour, girl. I'll be all right. Come on.
Give me a minute.
But then like you see the big creep workout video. Big creep. I don't know if you saw it, but
I saw it, bro. I was like, damn. Creep was moving, bro.
Moving.
Nah, I didn't like he was doing a lot of coverage practice. I was like,
bro, you know why, bro.
I know why. I don't need no big creep in coverage, bro. I get it.
Brandon Staley, he got that word from Brandon Staley. You already know.
Man, but I'm gonna need you to cover Chuba Hubbard at the backfield a couple times, bro. Wow.
Just a quick aside, just because I feel like I just can't ignore it. And I want to be careful how I say this, and I'm trying not to be, and not be very hyperbolish when I say this. I don't watch college football. I'm not a college football watcher. I like watching players in college football for like NFL prospect purposes. Man, it is insane how crazy good this upcoming quarterback class next year might be, bruh. And I know it was like a talking point for a lot of people who were like trading up for Cam Ward. They were just like, just wait for the class next year. And I get it. Now it would be fun. It would be the most Saints shit ever, bro. Like we expecting them to pick in the top 5. Nigga, them niggas go out and have like a season where they picking like 13, 14, bruh, in this quarterback class.
That's the thing. You never know, man. Never know,
bro.
But this class, bro, I'd be like, jeez.
Yeah, it's potential to be special, deep and special, bro.
Yeah, man. Like it could be up there with the class we had before this last year. Like where you saw 6 go in first couple of first 12 picks or whatever. It could be crazy like that, bro. It could really be crazy. And just it's early, these guys got to play like a season, see how these things shake out. Some might go back to school, some might have trash seasons, some might get hurt. So you got to let it play out. But just like now, looking at the snapshot of the talent and the potential, it's like, ooh, intriguing, man. Like you can't tell me Jeff Ireland and all them guys ain't sitting at there peeking at the tape, like, boy, they got some thing. Then I keep seeing Saints 31st, 32nd in the power rankings. They're just power rankings. They're just power rankings. That's it. I'm just saying. I don't remember the last time Saints was like, bruh, that low in power rankings.
And it's consistent too, bruh.
It's consistent. Everybody. It's on my like every like YouTube that pop up, whatever. I just go check just to see. Like, let me see. 31, 32. It's like between the Browns or the Saints. It's always Browns, Saints. Browns got a defense. I don't know.
It's a nasty division. I mean, nasty division they play in too, though.
Very nasty.
It's gonna be fascinating. Like I put in our Discord. I was like, man, I might actually have to watch a lot more college football this year. Like a lot more than I.
Well, week 1 you got what LSU versus Clemson.
There's
another
big week 1 game.
Texas versus Ohio State, I think.
Yep. So that's Arch versus maybe our future quarterback, maybe versus our future safety. Who knows, Ryan? I don't know. Caleb down.
If we pick in 9th, okay, like 9th, 10th, okay, I guess. Even then,
he's a dog. No, I have no opinions about Caleb Downs. It would just, my opinion about Caleb Downs is like if they're picking top 4 and the pick is Caleb Downs, I will personally fly in the airline to burn that bitch down.
We ride the airline deep, pulling up. Come outside, Mickey. Come outside.
Burning it down, Wolf. Speaking of quarterbacks, all right. Before we get into our main topic, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Right now, right there. Do it right now.
Giovanni Martinez says, I heard Shemar Stewart may not even sign with Cincy. He's been training with A&M. If he doesn't sign, does Cincy get their first round pick back? Absolutely not. They do not. He basically, like, he can't go back to school. He essentially would just have to sit out this season, and he would be eligible to be in the draft next year.
Right.
Which is, to me, that situation, excuse me, as a whole, is one of the most fascinating situations in the NFL I'm currently watching. The whole Shemar Stewart situation. Because he's not budging. And I don't, and to be fair, like he shouldn't. Like, he's doing nothing wrong.
He should not budge at all. At all. He's not asking for anything. He's not asking for something like unreasonable or even like extra. He's not asking for like more than what usually he's asking for. Like, hey, just give me what normal people get at this slot.
Give me what the last first round pick last year got in their contract, in their terms of the language. That's it. That's literally it. If you can just make the language read what the last first round pick got in this contract, I will sign it.
And it probably happened. Like, I've seen the NFL long enough to where these things are stories in July and then they're forgotten about. Like, come August, September, it's just like, okay, they get signed and we move on.
Big Bailey said, we're getting out of hand with these contracts. Sauce Gardner does not deserve to be the highest paid cornerback. Tired of guys getting big deals just because they do for a contract.
That's the NFL, bro. Sauce is overrated to me, but he had 2 first team All Pros his first 2 seasons. Like,
that's crazy.
Getting top of the market money, bro. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Even
though he had a down year last year, I know, but like you getting top of the market money. He raised the rate for cornerbacks too. I haven't looked at the close numbers, but he's in that 30 million a year area, and corners were low for a while, man. It's still trying to catch up to wide receivers.
Wide receivers. The game's the game, bro. The game is the game.
That's it.
All right. Let's talk about first of our big topics. The huge. I'm gonna be careful how I talk about it because I don't know how big of a cloud it is. Because, well, I feel like with the Saints, it's definitely a bigger cloud as opposed to other teams because of the nature of the position. Because it's a quarterback who potentially may miss time. So if you're listening to this for the first time, if you're kind of obtuse of what we're talking about, why there's and I want to be clear with this. This is not a Tyler Shough thing. So there was these things that mostly kind of put on Facebook, and then the weird Twitter accounts that were like miss kind of representing how it was. Like, Tyler Shough wanted. Let me break it down for you. He's not asking for anything different than what the Texans gave the contract to Jayden Higgins when they signed him to his 4-year contract, than what the Browns gave to Carson Schwarzenegger when they signed him to his 4-year contract. The contract is 4 years guaranteed. The money is guaranteed for all 4 years. Like $11 million guaranteed, give or take, right? Tyler Shough, and I was texted this during the car emergency retirement podcast when I was in Lubbock. And every other player drafted in the second round, they saw that their counterparts got those contracts. So of course, they and their agent, they want the same thing.
Yeah.
They want the same thing.
Particularly the agent,
Yes.
because the agents gonna tell their client, look, we gonna I'm gonna try to get you. Their job is to get the max amount of money, max guaranteed money. Rookies are already slotted with the total amount of money they can get, so there's no negotiating to happen on the total amount of a contract. It's already slotted. It's in the books. Nothing you can do about it, but you can negotiate everything else: guaranteed money, injury protections, offset guarantees, all that stuff, and that's the stuff that they fight over, that they have left to fight over with rookie contracts. Unlike the old days before the rookie wage scale, where it was wild west. You go in there was no slot. That's why we see rookie holdouts that go into the season.
Yep. Michael Crabtree.
Every year it was always a couple quarterbacks that would hold out. I mean, a couple of players. So now we're back to that point, because even though the total money is slotted, there's still some of these things to kind of negotiate over. And right now, you got 30 players that are in kind of it's a standoff. It's because the league, the teams are like, I'm not trying to give no more guaranteed money than I have to. And players are like, I want as much guaranteed money as I can get.
And it's crazy because it's not
first.
The crazy thing is not the league is, the owners are so fucking cheap, because it's not it's not even like someone came in our our YouTube comments saying like Tyler Shough is not the answer. He's not going to be good, so he shouldn't even get the contract. I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Why would he think like that though? Like, why would Tyler Shough operate with that mindset? Like, well, I'm not good, so I'm not even about to fight for any kind of money.
Would you go into a contract negotiation with your job thinking, I'm ass, I'm just gonna you know what, boss man, lowball me, buddy. Oh, I'm worth this amount? How about you deduct a couple of deduct whatever my yearly salary is, take a couple of $100 off that. I don't need that. Who does that? Nobody. But here's what but it gets back to my whole point. And I think as I've gotten a lot older, it's definitely helped with this. And we'll speak to this, especially when we talking about Chris Olave. It's not our fucking money. It's not our money. Not our money. Nope. It's Gil Benson's money. And honestly, I'd rather her pay it to football players, like at least good ones who are like good morally, rather than maybe a Catholic church who may be, I don't know, molesting people. Oh, I'm
not breaking news.
Did I say something incorrect?
No.
Okay. Just saying. Right? Like what do we do? Like, so getting to why it's super important specifically for Tyler Shough. He was the only quarterback drafted in the second round. He is in a quarterback battle. He's one of the few quarterbacks going into training camp who's going to be in a quarterback battle. If this isn't resolved, so that they report on the 22nd, which is next Tuesday, they'll probably do like their conditioning test or whatever. So then probably like the actual training camp will probably start either probably Wednesday or Thursday.
The 23rd is open to fans, I believe.
Oh shit! July okay, 23rd. So then that's next Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's when the clock starts in terms of like snaps, in terms of like install.
It's on, baby.
That's why like any other position, like missing time in training camp is important. Period. Like no matter the position, but him missing important on this team, entrenched in a quarterback battle, is huge. So that's where the standoff, when I put this in the title, the standoff is, does he, as Shough and his agent, do they concede and say, all right, I'm okay with not getting the guaranteed money, and I just want to go in, maybe get as much as I can, maybe not all being guaranteed, and just go in and battle it out so I can be probably try to be week one starter because Mickey wants me to be week one starter. Maybe head coach wants me to be week one starter. Am I going, or if I'm going to just be like, I'm going to, I really want, Jaden Higgins got this. College Schwarzenegger got this. I'm a quarterback. I deserve this. And if he argues the latter route, he has every right to. I just don't want this narrative to start. Well, why are you like? That's the shit that I can't stand, bro. Like I can't stand that.
It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. It is what it is crazy because, like, even like Pro Football Talk broke down like the percentage of guaranteed money like by the slots, and like he would already get like 77.3% guaranteed in a normal slot. So like they literally it's like a battle over like a $250,000, like $250,000 of guaranteed money. Like that's what all this is about. So like you, like from the Saints perspective, like are you willing, if you want this guy to have like be fully ready to go, are you really willing to blow that over, $250,000 in guaranteed money? Not in money you won't get, but just in guaranteed money. And for the flip side, from Shough side, do you really, or you got a chance to start the season? Change your life. Change your life if you can start this season and look good. Are you really going to haggle over like about $250,000 in guaranteed when you potentially talking about $60-70 million a year? If everything goes right, if you're able to show that you're a starter and you're a good player and blah, 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 blah. That's how you got to be looking at it long term. You got to be thinking like big picture. What's the big picture here?
I don't know, bro. My counterpoint to that is like how many injuries has Tyler Shough had in his career though?
That's another thing.
I'm just saying, you could go back and forth, bro. Like I get it, but $250,000 is $250,000, and guaranteed is guaranteed.
I could blow my shoulder. I could blow my shoulder in training camp. You know what I'm saying?
And never play a single. And again, we not putting this out there. We don't want to. We just talking like the reality of the situation. And never play a single snap of football ever again.
It's very fascinating. Fascinating how it's gonna play out, man. It's interesting because it's similar to the Chargers when you had Drew Brees, like the 2003 season. He had an up and down year. I think he got benched, came back, up and down year. Then the Chargers, well, they drafted Eli Manning, they had to go through the whole thing. Phillip Rivers, blah, blah, blah. Bring Phillip Rivers in. Phillip Rivers holds out.
Yep.
From training camp because they didn't have a rookie wage scale then. Drew came in locked in. You know what I'm saying? Locked in. Said, I'm not giving this job up. Ended up having a Pro Bowl season. Chargers went like 11 Chargers went like 11-5 or something like that. Went to the playoffs. Wasn't letting it go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of spot like Rattler in right now, kind of. Where he's the second round. He's not a second round pick, but he's the guy that was drafted early. That they kind of just trying to move on. They want to go to the new fresh thing, but he has a chance to come in and just take it, especially if Shough holds out. If he gives up 2, 3, maybe a week of training camp to Rattler, he's not starting. If he gives up like a week, he's not starting week one. Like Shough is done as far as like a week one starter.
Wayne said, bottom line, do you think this gets resolved before Mickey and Shough have to make a decision? I'm sure you, man. Thanks, Wayne, for the $5 super chat.
Oh, Wayne, thank
you. It's such a huge thing. It's a huge thing. I want to pull up our Matt, like, because this has been on my mind for a while, and just like this story has been on my mind, just like the Saints when the mandatory minicamp was approaching, and if Derek Carr was going to show up or not. Like just how that was on my mind and just percolating. I was like, is this nigga gonna show up? And as it got closer, it was like,
he ain't showing up.
He ain't showing up. This is kind of like the same thing that's on my mind. So, Matthew Paris last month, about, I guess, I don't know who asked him this, but my guess was Matt maybe asked Shough about this on the onside contract late last month. The whole second round, we're just seeing kind of where things lie. There's not there's not like a demand, or obviously you're super optimistic. That's just part of it, this whole process. So yeah, we'll see. So like, it seems like for the majority of the part, those 30 players, I mean, Quinshon Judkins fucked himself over, but those 29 players now, um, kind of have like this solidarity, right? Like it seems like it, like they do, right? It's just like, well,
The league does.
the league, right?
Well, outside of the Texans and the Browns,
Right.
but the rest of the
So
teams will do.
so it's just, it is, to me, it's extremely fascinating. Um, and at some point, it's how much is Tyler Shough willing to stand on business about this? It's really what it was really boils down to. And if he's really to stand on business about it for until he gets a guaranteed contract, and if he misses like legit training camp time, like you said, like a week and a half, whatever, that's it. Like that's he has every right to. And but like
100%.
but I just know the spin, and I know the narrative of how it's going to appear and look in social media, because we've been in this game. We know how it looks. Oh, he's being selfish. Oh, he doesn't care about the team. Oh, if he wanted to be a real quarterback of the Saints, he would just sign the contract and be out there practicing.
Grateful. He should be grateful.
Suck a dick. How about that?
Be grateful he got drafted in the second round, man. I can already hear it.
I already know. We know what the tweets look like, bro. We could hear them. We don't read them before, bro.
But to Wayne's point, I think it gets resolved.
When
I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to go up literally to the 11th hour, like to the last,
Monday.
I think he's going to be sitting in the car outside the Saints headquarters without a contract, waiting, looking at his phone, waiting for his agent to give him the thumbs up or thumbs down. Like it's going to go up until the last minute. And look, you had what's his name? What's the linebacker name? Schwarzenegger, whatever. Yes, Schwarzenegger, Swissen Cipher, whatever. He got a guaranteed contract. Yeah, Jaden Hayes get a contract. The next one, Nick Almanwari, he went to the Seahawks.
Seattle. Yeah,
he's unsigned right now. He's next up. Like he's the next in line. He's the next player that's like, look, guy right above me got a guaranteed contract. Give me a guaranteed contract. So all eyes on him. Like what's gonna happen with him? After him, Quinshon Judkins. He ain't getting no guaranteed contract.
nope.
It's just not done. He's gonna be on the NFL exempt list. You know, who knows what happens, but he's not getting a guaranteed. So I kind of think that Quinshon Judkins thing just kind of ruined it for everybody, bro. Like I think it broke the domino effect. You know what I'm saying? The domino
you might
fall.
be right.
Nick Almanwari, I think he might get it. Maybe not. He's a safety. Who knows? I don't know. But after that, it's up in the air. And then you got like 4 or 5 more slots until you get to Tyler Shough. But again, Tyler Shough is a quarterback.
The quarterback.
So it's a little different there. It's a little different. But just my gut feeling is it gets resolved. Right before.
Jack Hunter said 30 out of 32 second rounds are unsigned, not an issue. But I think you're missing the point. Like the issue was that
did you just listen to everything we just talked about, or did you just log in, bro? Like, yes, we just said that. Yes,
it could be a major. Like we don't know.
Why it could be an issue. Like today on July 15th, where no players are in camp, it's not an issue. It's literally a non-story until it becomes a story. What we're talking about, has very potential to be a very big story if he holds out into camp. Right now, not an issue. It's wait and see. We're waiting and see. But
I mean,
that time is coming.
They're lucky that their training camps is starting next week. Like for the trade for right now, it's an issue for the Chargers.
It's an issue for the Chargers.
Trey Harris is missing on valuable snaps of learning the NFL,
and he needs
Jack Hunter. I just got here, bro. Just go
all right.
Go back in.
Go back. Just rewind. Go back. I'm sorry, Jay. But Trey Harris needed, bro. Trey Harris run 2 routes, bro. He need all training camp he need.
Bro. Louisiana says Cleveland training camp starts on Friday. Yeah, the training camp's going to start picking up. That's what I'm saying. Like, before we jump into the Olave conversation, the one thing I want to talk about at the beginning of the podcast, just really quickly. How do you feel about Zach Bond being the 3rd best off-ball linebacker in the NFL?
Nigga, please. That's crazy though. We just step back, like we laugh about it, but we just step back and really think about it. Like that's wild. Like that's
wild, Ryan.
That's like DA should be getting clowned for that shit. You know, Saints as a whole too. But
yes,
like, it was his defense. He was the head coach for most of the tenure. Like he was drafted under Sean Payton. But
even then he was a DC.
Right. That is coaching malpractice at its purest form, bro. You had an all-pro who the league think is like one of the top 3 linebackers in the league. Young.
The only 2 linebackers that the execs have above him. Fred Warner and Roquan Smith. Zach Bond, bro. Zach,
and you sitting here with Pete Werner paying Pete Werner $8-9 million a year. What?
I'm gonna kill myself, nigga. I just can't do it, bro.
Like, yo, that is coaching malpractice at its finest, bro. At its finest. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I know when that list came out, Jeff Ireland lit a cigar in his office.
Just sit that screenshot. See this? I stand by my grave and buy it. I stand by my grave.
Insane, Wolf. It's like I read that. I was just like the shit that had me hollering, bro. It says like the year before. No ranking.
No ranking. He was on special teams for the Saints. That's why. Unbelievable. A team that's like itching for young, talented players.
So this is
right there.
So this is what I was told, and I want to give them I guess a little grace to some degree for them to have been able to realize this about Zach Bond is that they would have had to been able to put him at middle.
Yep.
Which also would have meant that at some point they would have had to moved on from DeMario early and not giving him that extension. And at some point they would have had to seen something in Zach Bond that would have let them know that he had the ability to play middle, right? So again, it goes to your point of self-scouting and coaching, because Vic Fangio saw enough on film and said, I can do something with this.
I can do that.
And keep in mind, like, obviously we know that there wasn't a lot of snaps that they obviously had a lot to work with because of what the Saints had Zach Bond doing on special teams. So if Vic Fangio had a vision, it always goes back to that, had a vision in just very limited snaps of seeing Zach Bond when he was on defense, it all just goes back to the whole premise of coaching and coaching malpractice at its absolute fucking peak. Absolute peak, bro.
And team building, bro. And that's like not a slight to DeMario, because DeMario Davis has been outstanding. Still one of the best. Even last year, even coming off last year, where you finally started to see, bumps in the road as far as his performance. Like, still on net when you look relative to like other teams, still one of the better linebackers in the league, DeMario Davis. But like, you got to also look at where your team is at the moment. It's like,
there it is.
You got to get You got to get younger. You got to get your cap under control. It's like that's why you draft players. Like that's the whole point. It's talent acquisition and development. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. You don't put roadblocks in front of players where you can't even evaluate them. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude got what? Like he got. They finally started letting them play. Yeah, they finally started letting them play some last year after injuries hit, and they put him at pass rusher, but they didn't put him at Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Nope. Ray John Lewis said Pete Warner did get some votes. Okay. Okay. It would be nice if Pete Warner had a bounce back season.
I think Pete is what he is, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just like an average linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
Do we have another version of Pete gone Pete, bro?
The new Pete. Like you remember who was the AJ Klein we had a couple years ago?
Yep.
Just I think he's still in the league if I'm not mistaken.
No,
he was recently. Like I know he was with the Bills.
Yeah.
For a little while. But he's like that type. Like he's probably gonna be in the league. Probably gonna play 10, 11 years in the league, have a good career, just nice, solid linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of who he is.
Dante said
not a pass rusher.
When Shemar Moore plays Zach Bond and wins an Oscar for the scene of him crying in his car in the rain.
I just picture Shemar Moore in the Saints move.
Retired. Mark producer said that AJ Klein's retired. All right. Final thing we wanted to hit before we wrap up. We got 36 concurrent viewers on right now. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, true sicko hours right now. Let's talk about Chris Olave again. Garrett Wilson got a contract extension yesterday from the Jets. True numbers came out. He's not going to make 32. I said this earlier. He's not going to make 32.5 million a year. It's going to be closer, as you said in our Discord, going to be closer to like 25 million a year. And because they were drafted in the same draft, there became like a lot of talks about like how that affects Chris Olave, his contract extension, his future with the Saints. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see a lot of the discourse on Twitter. Maybe because most of the people that were saying the discourse from maybe have already been blocked. Don't know. I will say something I found interesting is I asked my friend. The way I posed it was I wondered how the Garrett Wilson contract would maybe influence the Chris Olave contract, and I was told it wouldn't, which I found interesting. Now, on one hand, when I first heard that, I was like, that's interesting. But on the other hand, I was like, it's not that interesting because they've had two completely different careers in some regards, right? Garrett Wilson has played every single snap since he's been drafted. Chris Olave obviously has not because of injuries, the concussions, well documented. But it's still what's really funny is even though that's the case, their numbers, especially considering their quarterback situations, aren't that far different.
Oh no, not at all. If Olave played his normal reps this past season, that he would have equal to or maybe more, at least yards and catches as Garrett Wilson. Touchdowns, Garrett Wilson got him beat on the touchdowns.
Right.
But yeah, like they're very, very production-wise similar players. You know what I'm saying? Very similar. The thing is, Chris Olave is under contract 2 more years. So it's like this season is like I don't think there's any negotiation going on. He knows like this season is critical to his NFL career. Screw the contract. My NFL career. this season is critical, and the Saints know that too. Like the Saints want to know, is this the young guy we want to build around? Like, is
Yep.
this one of the young players? Potentially, he should be, but there is that fear with concussions. It's kind of like you know what I'm saying, like you got a disease or something. We got concussions, ugh. You know.
As a football player, it's like
Unfortunately,
having like leprosy.
like if you know, like if you watch interviews, players don't even like talking about it. Like when they get asked about it, it's like I don't really want to talk about that. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. But it just kind of is what it is, man. It's just the dialogue about it. Like I saw people saying like, oh, it was a bad pick. We just need to move on. It's like what? What are you talking about? Like what? What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Make that make sense to me. You just need to move on. Do you want to trade him? That's a different discussion. Like, that's a discussion that I think maybe you have at some point, but there's no rush to do that. Like I said,
No.
you got him under contract for 2 years. You want to see where he's at this year. You know, it would make no sense to trade him right now when one is, you know, his value is probably at its lowest point right
Lowest.
now.
Yep.
So like why even entertain that? You want to see, I want to at least let him build up his value, and you want to know what he can do potentially. He could potentially have a good, healthy year, you know, with no concussions and nothing like that. You know, and then what? Then you got him under contract for the next year for $15 million on the fifth year option. Then maybe do you talk about the contract then, or do you wait? Don't know. You can kind of figure it out. Maybe you go and draft another player, you know, a wide receiver in the draft to give yourself some, you know, some leverage or some wiggle room in contracting. You got all this time to like play all that stuff out. I just don't get the dialogue about like like is what it is. This dude ain't worth it. Like what are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all watching? That's what I want to know. Are we watching the same game?
Can't be. Can't be. Like, if you want to have the argument, potentially, like maybe he's not like what's deemed in the true definition of like wide receiver one.
Number one.
Maybe cool. We can have that. That conversation can be had. Um, our dude Matt Harmon put out, I think, an article today. I think it was like top 15 wide receivers in the NFL. Like it was top 15 under 25.
25. Yeah, 25 and under. Yep.
Chris Olave is number 9 on the list. Woof.
Number
Number
nine.
9. And Matt Harmon is, if there's one person's opinion I want to listen to when it's regarding wide receivers,
It's Matt Harmon.
I'm gonna listen to my Matt Harmon.
Because that's all he does. He does it. He's not saying he's an offensive line expert. He's not a
Nope.
quarterback expert. He studies wide receivers. Period. Period.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna pull up Matt's list. All right. I mean, I know it was. This is terrible podcasting. This is my favorite thing to say. When I do it for the audio listeners. So, number 1, Jamar Chase. Number
Good.
2, Puka Nakua. Number 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 4, Malik Neighbors. Number 5, which I would probably disagree with, but Matt Harmon's always been higher on him than I have been, is Drake London. Number 6, Lat McConkey. Number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. Number 8, Garrett Wilson. Number 9, Chris Olave. I'm gonna give it's top 15. It wasn't 25. It's top 15. I'm gonna give the rest of them. 10, Josh Downs. 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba. 12, Rashee Rice. Just don't put him in a car. 13, Marvin Harrison Jr. 14, Zay Flowers. 15, George Pickens. $25 and under.
25 and under. The Saints have a good young wide receiver that you just got to hope can get over this concussion issue.
And people, and I would say 85% of people on Saints Twitter can't wait to get rid of him. Like,
I don't get that. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Uh, I get the worry about the gut about the injury. I get that. Like that I
100%
understand.
valid.
But like that was going. But this like kind of narrative was going on before, like before this past year.
But oh well, yes it was. But then because it becomes a thing of like, again, what we talked about. It's not my money, right?
Right.
So then the discussion becomes like what is like the value, like what's Chris Olave worth, like the contract, blah blah blah, whatever it is. Then my question would be, who else do the Saints have to pay? Let's say he gets through this year, puts up a good to great season, good or decent to good to great season, and then next year or heading into next year after a good to great season. Who do the Saints have to pay when they're going to be flushed with cap space?
You know why they're going to be flush with cap space?
Because they don't draft fucking well.
That's it. They don't have anybody to pay, bro. Like, they don't have young players to pay.
Oh, they got Isaiah Foskey. Oh, no, they don't have. They got Kendre Miller. Oh, they don't.
No. But Trevor Penny.
Oh, no, they don't have him to pay. Oh.
They don't have anybody to pay, bro.
Oh.
Like,
oh.
But then people are like, well, you could go and, get free agents. You see how that goes every year. Free agents actually have a choice.
Yeah, we go get Marcus May. Oh shit.
Exactly.
Oh damn.
And also in free agency, you are also competing with other teams that are like better than you. We
saw it with the Colts. Traverse Ward.
So it's like, what are we doing here? Like the narrative should be like, man, I hope Chris Olave ball this year. That's all you want to see. Let the chips fall where they may. Whatever you get paid, you get paid. We'll get to that when we get to that. But let's just see and hope he balls out this year. And that's all you can do. That's all you do. If he gets injured or whatever, then you got to circle back and start asking questions. You got to, draft some more. And you draft some wide receivers, regardless. Like, whether he has a great season or not. Like look, Rashid Shaheed is a free agent next year. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get paid by somebody. That speed you can't teach. Like,
nope.
That's like field tilting speed. He's going to get a contract that's going to shock people. I think people are going to be shocked how much money he'll get, especially if he has like a healthy season.
I think, oh man, especially with like how the cap keeps going up, with what he can do, I think he might get a contract that might start with a 2 in front of it, like his annual.
I do too, bro. I do too. I do too.
Bro, just because, like, just what he does, like, it truly changes, like, it can change a game, bro.
Yes, indeed, man. And, you the Bills, the Chiefs, the Ravens, Texans, Green Bay. Well, Green Bay don't spend money like that.
They got plenty of wide receivers as is. Must be nice, nigga.
But, you just name a team, bro. Like, every team wants somebody that could tilt the field like that. Every team wants that. So people gonna be surprised. They gonna be like, "Damn, so he got all that?" Watch and see. Now, will the Saints be in the number? I don't know. But like, if you get rid of Olave, then it's like, y'all act like the Saints just got this deep. It's not like with Brandon. Okay, when Saints had drafted Michael Thomas in 2016, that was the year they had like Brandon Cooks had over 1,000 yards, Michael Thomas had over 1,000 yards. Willie Snead had like almost 1,000 yards, and then they traded Brandon Cooks that next off season, and it was like, okay, you got Michael Thomas. They went out and paid Ted Ginn. They brought in Ted Ginn. Yeah, they brought in Ted Ginn, so they're like, okay, he could fill in that Brandon Cooks role a little bit. Bree's arm was starting to diminish a little bit, so they changed the way the offense was kind of structured a little bit. So you kind of I can understand them doing it. Right now, you don't got no horses in the stable like that right now, bro.
And also, like here's another point. You are trying to evaluate young quarterbacks.
Thank you. Hello, please. Make it make sense.
Like,
Make that make sense to me.
People are fucking idiots, bro.
Like even if you say like, man, we just traded Olave because we just need to tank and get a high pick. Well, then you run the risk of completely ruining your team to the point where whoever you do draft, you can't even evaluate them. Where you looking like Bryce Young in 2023, where it's like I don't even know what I'm looking at because the team just so trash.
Barren, bro.
And now look at what the Panthers doing. They drafting wide receivers in the first round 2 years in a row, trying to replenish what they gave away, like DJ Moore and all that.
Oh my God, these niggas are idiots. You don't think Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller, Arch Manning, Cade, whoever it is, Sellers, you don't think that Rattler, Shough, you don't think that they might need an Olave to throw to as long as he's healthy?
Hello.
Someone who could get open against man press
zone, could line up at Z, X, bunch sets. Come on, man.
Okay. Dante said, you want to trust this front office to draft a skilled player in the draft? They haven't drafted one yet, bro. They had 9 picks, Dante, this season.
They gonna trap Mason Tipson back out there, bro. Mason Tipson, baby. Stick that tip in.
Kevin Austin Jr. about to be getting the snaps out of this bitch, bro. It's about to drive me off a goddamn ledge. It's I don't know how it's gonna play out. I know Olave wants to stay in New Orleans. I know the Saints really I have no intentions of trading him. They really want him to, they don't plan on trading him. They have every intention on they want to extend him. Is the plan. Can that plan change? It can. Can a team come in and truly be like, shit, we love Chris, like we love this idea, of Chris Olave so much, like here's this potentially, I couldn't see it happening. I'm just throwing this out there like as an example, just for people to have like a mindset. But like we think we're going to be so good, we're going to be a playoff team and be picking like 29, 30, 32. And we think that Chris Olave is that good that he's going to push. Like, could a team do that? Probably not. But like if a team were to do that, I think that's what as a franchise you're like, oh, okay,
let's talk about this.
All right,
let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That you entertain. Maybe if there's a team who's offering you like a second round pick and you think it may be like a high second round pick, kind of around like what you got, like that Tyler Shough range, like that 40s and higher, especially in like next year's draft, you like, I think that's even enticing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Anything after that, I think you ain't got.
I'm good.
Ed of the Don, thank you for bringing this up. I wanted to talk about this. We're going a little over. Is a trade? He asked, is there a trade floor for Jauan Jennings on the table? Let's just talk about the whole Jauan Jennings thing in general. He comes out this week, says, pretty much lets it out, tells the Niners either I need a contract extension, I need to be paid more, or you can get me out of here.
You looking at contracts, you looking at all people getting paid, bro. You're like, man, what's up?
I've been at Jay's neck since Clint, because Jay's a Niners fan, so I've seen a lot of Jauan Jennings in this house.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a fan of his, especially when Clint Kubiak became OC. We did an episode where I wanted Clint to bring Jauan Jennings to the Saints. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's Michael Thomas, but he has a lot of MT elements to his game. he is. We talk about the Saints. The Saints have been needing and wanting a chain mover, someone to get like. He is that. He is that 110%. I think I looked it up like this week. He's like what 28, 26. Like, he's older, right? One, should the Saints trade for Jauan Jennings? And two, if they should, what would you be willing to give up, and what contract, in terms of how much would you be willing to pay for Jauan Jennings?
And what's he getting this year? 7.5.
Like 7.5. And here's what Eddie said: he's a dog. Yes, he is 100% a certified fucking dog, and that is what the Saints need identity-wise in the wide receiver room.
I'd give up a fourth.
I'm right with you. That's exactly what I told Jay.
I'd pay him $15 million.
Yeah, I was thinking like 13 to 14.
Yeah. I double what he getting now. I double what he getting now. I'd do that, bro. Like I think he'd be a good addition. He's a good blocker. Saints really need that.
Good blocker, bro. Good blocker.
He could line up at X and be like that guy at that spot. Like I would love to. I would love Jauan Jennings, bro. Like give him like a 3-year, 45 million, 30 guaranteed, 20 guaranteed, or something like that. I mean, you was gonna pay that to Cooper Kupp. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Jauan Jennings right now is a more ascending player than Cooper Kupp is right now. Anyway,
I just couldn't give up anything more than a fourth, like a third.
No.
With the way this team might be drafting next year, third,
no, sir. A fourth
third might be like the 60 pick or something like that.
I would call up John Lynch right now, and I would offer him a fourth, and I would do it, bro. I would do it because it would be a huge check, and I think it would give completion, a little more completion to the wide receiver room.
No question about it. And it'll just kind of everything will just kind of fall into place a little bit.
I'd do it. And plus, like, the cap situation for the Saints are getting better. Also, I'd probably try to get some resolution to whatever the Taysom contract situation is too.
Yeah. Great point.
Jack said, throw Foskey on the deal. Man, we trying to make this trade go through, nigga. Not get the.
He gonna hang up. He's gonna say who? Oh, my phone, man.
Isaiah.
Want that on my team? Hall of Famer, bro.
Anyway, 100% would do the Jauan Jennings trade if I was the Saints.
Yep. Also, what's his name with the Washington Commanders?
Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry
McLaurin. Yeah. He's also unhappy with where his contract negotiations at. Which I think that's a fascinating one. I think they pay him. Like I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, you got JD.
That has
JD just like what are y'all doing? I pay the guy. Like, but I don't know.
Anyway,
what would he get on a trade market?
Oh, he's older though.
He is.
He's like what?
And you're going to pay him. You're going to pay him in the 30 range.
Man, we just said Jauan Jennings can get a fourth. I mean, Scary Terry got to get at least a second.
You think, right?
He's a bona fide one. He's a bona fide one. So he's at least he got to get a second at least.
Second and 30 million.
Nah, there's no way. He getting paid. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Anyway, that was a good, fun episode. So this is kind of like our last down week because, like, again, once training camp starts up next week,
rolling, bro.
It's full steam ahead. We'll see if our plan for next month, a little sneaky plan next month, works out. We're still working on something next month. We're not gonna divulge it. We're gonna keep that under wraps. But I will be at the first Saints preseason game, Saints Chargers. Super close to all the action, so we'll have all the reporting of how everything goes. So I mean, that's crazy because we like preseason football is like right around the corner, like right around the corner.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna get some
Soon.
answers, baby.
Soon.
Answers.
Anyway, we will be back. I mean, we still have to finish our Rookie of the Week series at some point, but
we about to see the rookies live action.
whoops. Anyway. Anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back with that. We are out.
Peace.